Ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. First off, I want to welcome you to Innerbox. And second off, I want to thank you for your interest in the Innerbox 1 in 30 challenge. So I'm sure you've heard through the grapevine, or maybe we've already spoken before, but you're interested in how you can get into the first page of Google in 30 days or less. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So here is the Innerbox 1 in 30 challenge. But before we get into what the 1 in 30 challenge is and how it works, let me first tell you a little bit about Innerbox. So what is Innerbox? Who is Innerbox? Why did we create Innerbox? So Innerbox is an all-in-one solution for realtors, and as its name suggests, it's everything that a realtor needs to succeed in a box. Everything from marketing to referrals to website builder, reputation management, every single piece of marketing CRM technology that a real estate agent needs to succeed is Innerbox. So the reason I started Innerbox is because most full-service lead generation agencies, Board Digital included, Board Digital is my agency also, charge on average of approximately $1,500 to maybe even $5,000 per month. And the biggest obstacle for real estate agents was accessibility and is accessibility. Simply put, 90% of realtors that I spoke to couldn't afford my services. So I had to ask myself a question. How can we create a more accessible product for real estate agents without sacrificing quality, without cutting corners? And then we came up with Innerbox. So the Innerbox 1 in 30 challenge. Now, this is what you've all been waiting for. This is my offer. You will rank on the first page of Google within 30 days using only Innerbox and Google My Business. So I know what you're thinking. How, Ollie? How is that going to happen? I'm going to show you how you're going to be able to close more deals than ever before without doing any cold calls, door knocking, newsletters, emails, any of that manual stuff. I'm going to show you how you can become the most trusted agent in your area without lifting a finger. And I'm going to show you how you can get infinitely more exposure on Google, even if you've only been licensed for a week, even if you haven't had a single transaction yet. So who is this challenge for? It's for real estate agents, real estate professionals. That includes brand new agents, experienced agents, if you've been licensed for a week, a decade, if you're a mortgage agent, a brokerage even, any agent, whether or not you're selling 100 homes a month, if you've never sold a home, this one is for you. As long as you want inbound leads, appointments, and exponentially more exposure to not only buyers or sellers, but to active and highly qualified buyers and sellers, this challenge is for you. So how does it work? Well, first thing, we have to understand what Google's job is. So Google started as a search engine. And as you can imagine, a great search engine's job is to show people what it is. Let me just move my face over there. What it is that they're actually looking for. And Google's ranking system will change over time as people's search preferences change over time. So all that you really have to do is show Google that you're the best answer to the browser's query. So if I say realtors near me, you just need to show Google why you're the best realtor near that individual who's searching. But why was I saying about the ranking system changing over time, the search preferences changing over time? I'll tell you why. There's something we at Innerbox like to call the Amazon effect. So over 60% of online sales are done on Amazon. So let me ask you a question. How do you search on Amazon? I want you to think for a second. Here's a little activity, if you like. Think about the last thing that you purchased on Amazon and ask yourself, what made you pick that item? So for example, if you bought a phone charger, I'm assuming you went onto Amazon, you typed in phone chargers, you maybe saw 1, 2, 3, clicked on the third one, ignored the other 50,000 phone chargers that are for sale, and then you made your purchase and you were happy. But what made you pick the one that you picked? And I'm assuming, based on the statistics, that because of 80% of people's purchasing decisions are based mostly on the product that has the most best reviews, I'm assuming that the reason you picked that phone charger or whatever item it was because it had the best reviews, or because your friend told you that it was a good phone charger, or because you had that phone charger in the past and therefore you knew that it was a good phone charger. But either way, there's a trust involved. You trust Amazon for putting it forward. You trust the reviews. You trust your peers. And that's really what pushes people's purchasing decisions. And because of this, because of Amazon, and because of this Amazon effect, there's been a major switch in buying psychology. Now people just want to see the best option. So the question is, are you the best option? If someone types in realtors in your city, are you the best option? So here's what I want you to do. You can either do this after the video or right now pause the video. But according to Google, what does it mean is the best option? What is the best option? It means that you're nearby, the information is accurate, and that everybody says that you're the best. So here's the activity. Go to Google, type in realtors in whatever, wherever you're at. So if Hamilton, type in realtors in Hamilton. Even better, create a niche area like a town or a small area. So I might say realtors in Westdale, which is in Hamilton. I wanted to type that into Google. And how many reviews do you see for each realtor on the first page? I'm assuming that most realtors will have under 100 reviews, most of them, which is crazy. Because if you type in phone charger on Amazon, you'll see phone chargers with 15,000 plus reviews. But real estate agents do not yet prioritize reviews the way that they should. And this is the blue ocean. This is how we can get to the first page of Google in under 30 days. But here's the question. Let's say number one spot has no reviews even. Let's even say the first spot has 2 reviews. If you just became licensed, let's say a week ago, you can't compete with that. Because even if you only needed 3 reviews to get to the first page, unless you've done 3 transactions, you can't get 3 reviews, right? Wrong. I'll tell you why. Because there are 2 types of reviews, and people don't realize this. There's performance reviews, and there's character reviews. So I know that this is a recorded video, and I'm not talking to anybody individually at this moment, but hypothetically, if you reached out to me and said, Oliver, I just watched your video, great video, you seem like a really good guy, and I watched it from start to finish, and I don't know, I love your red hair. Would you mind leaving me a review? I'll say, well, this guy loves my red hair. I'd be happy to leave him a review. That's a character review. You've never sold me a home. I've never worked with you to buy a home, right? But I'm happy to leave you a review. That's a character review. And this is what people don't leverage. So most people, I would assume, would have 3 people in their contacts, in their contact list, their CRM, whatever it is, your mom, your sister, and your brother could count, that would be happy to leave you a review. So this is the process as far as I can see. First off, automatically ask your friends or family or people you've worked with to leave you a review. And if it's not a performance review, it's a character review. That's step 1. Step 2, automatically filter the reviews so that the only ones that go live are 4-star and 5-star. 1, 2, 3, not going live. We're filtering them. And then lastly, raffle off a $100 Amazon gift card, for example, for anybody who leaves you a review. And the great thing about all of this is I've automated the entire process for you to launch at the click of a button, which means if you signed up with us, these are the steps that would happen. You sign up, you book an onboarding call. On that onboarding call, you bring your list to that call, and that's all we need from you to make this happen. We've built the entire process for you. So here's a question. Does it actually work? Does it actually turn into transactions? Well, obviously I'm going to say yes, but I'm going to let these people do the talking for me.
Hi guys, Craig Martin with Valley White Homes in Fresno, California. You know, we got acquainted with Board Digital Marketing about, I'd say it's probably been within the last month. And we purchased their service in a box. And in a box, the intent is to help us as far as our Google reviews, which in turn will help us as far as our ranking, as far as the first page of Google. And we started about 2 weeks ago. We literally had, and I've been in the business for, oh my gosh, since 1997. And I literally had myself and my team, which I have a team of total number of agents, about 15 agents. And I've got 5 agents actually on my team. And I say that to help give you perspective. And we had 2 5-star Google reviews. That was it, just 2. And with Oliver's help, as well as Julie's help, we've been so fortunate. We went from 2 reviews to 90 5-star reviews, which literally puts us, as far as when you look at total number of reviews on the first page of Google in our region, it puts us in the top 3. Which also helps to put us on the first page of Google. So, and I was very upfront with Oliver, and I share this as well because I think it's important that you understand my position and how skeptical I was initially. I have been burnt a number of times, and I shared this with Oliver that unfortunately, when the burden of proof ends up being put on him, to help me understand and also trust again. It's almost like being in a number of bad abusive relationships. You know, it takes you a little bit to get yourself out of them and head in the right direction. But Board Digital has done an absolute phenomenal job of increasing our reviews, getting us on the first page of Google. And we haven't even really scratched the surface yet. In other words, scratch the surface as to what it is that InnoBox can do for us and my team. So I would highly recommend it. I would highly recommend InnoBox. I would highly recommend Oliver and Julie for all their help. The proof is really, truly in the pudding, and we couldn't be happier right at the moment. So thank you so much, Oliver and Board Digital.
So this testimonial was left after a couple of weeks of working with us. Since this testimonial has been recorded, he has actually had a listing from this. So, and that also was within the first month that he got that listing as well.
I want to reach out to everybody and tell you that InnoBox really works. I had put money into, KV Core, and I've had a lot of phone calls, people saying, hey, we generate leads. Some people are just seller agents, some are buyer agents. For me, I had a lot of buyer clients. I wanted to get more seller leads. And I had put a lot of my own money to get these leads, but I just didn't feel like anything was working. And so Oliver reached out and said, hey, we have this new program, and I think it would be a good fit for you. And I was very skeptical, but I'm telling you, just go for it. Go for it. It's way cheaper than any program out there. And literally actually I procrastinated a little bit because I'm not a big techie person, and they have huge support. So they supported me, got me on the right track, told me how to do it over the phone, and in no time I was getting all these wonderful Google reviews just from, my friends, my family, people that I've done some transactions with. And I literally within a week, I was on the first page of Google. And then I'm going to say about a week and a half to 2 weeks later, I got a call, got a listing just because they Googled real estate agents in Norfolk, and I was right there, just like that. Got my first listing from the Google reviews, and that's all from this program. So I got my money back in tenfold, and they will constantly support you and follow up with you, make sure that you know what you're doing, what your goals are, and they put you on the right track. So if there's one message that I can say today is sign up. Well worth it.
Here's a little more over here. These are text messages as opposed to videos, but same thing anyway. Get the testimonials. You gotta obviously provide a good service to get those testimonials and these positive text messages. And this is really what we live for, right? So at the end of the day, here's a question I'm probably asking. This all sounds good in theory. I don't really understand exactly what's going on. I get it. It's Google My Business, reviews, but what do you need from me? Right? So I'll tell you exactly what I need from you. I need access to Google My Business page. And what that looks like is we will send you the email. We'll find you online. We'll send you the email requesting access. All you have to do is click accept. And then the second thing is a list of your contacts. If you can give us access to Google My Business page and a list of your contacts, we can make this all happen for you. Everybody that signed up with us, that's now on the first page of Google, that got listings, the only thing that they gave us to get there was access to Google My Business page and a list of the contacts. That's it. So if you are serious about getting to the top of Google, if you are serious about generating more listings, and if you are serious about your business, then sign up for the 1 in 30 challenge, just so you know the process that's going to come after this. After you sign up, you'll be redirected to a calendar page, which will allow you to book an onboarding call with your account manager. On that onboarding call, which will be at least 3 days out, which will give you time to kind of go and gather your list and accept the request that we're going to send you to access your Google My Business page. So book that call, go to the onboarding call with your list of contacts, and we'll actually set the whole campaign in motion on that onboarding call. So I am really looking forward to working with you. I hope to see you soon. I hope to get you onboarded, and I hope to get to the first page of Google by the end of 30 days. I know that we will. In fact, I'm so sure that we will, that if we don't, we will give you a full refund. So there you go. You heard it here. It's documented in this video. If by the end of 30 days, you are not on the first page of Google, then you will get a full refund. So there is absolutely nothing to lose. We've put our money where our mouths are. This isn't conjecture. We know this works. We've seen it happen time and time again, and we want it to happen for you. So if you do want more listings, if you do want to be on the first page of Google, then sign up with us. And if it doesn't work out, worst case scenario, which it will, we'll give you a full refund. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.